Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Melissa Joan Hart is an American actress, producer, and director best known for her iconic roles in several beloved television series that defined a generation of young viewers. Born on April 18, 1976, in Smithtown, New York, she grew up in Sayville, Long Island, as the eldest of 8 children. From an early age, Hart displayed a strong passion for acting, appearing in television commercials before she was 5 years old. Her big break came in the early 1990s when she starred as the smart, energetic teenager Clarissa Darling in the Nickelodeon series Clarissa Explains It All, 1991 to 1994. The show was a groundbreaking hit, celebrated for its witty scripts and strong female-led. Hart's performance made her one of the most recognizable faces of Nickelodeon's golden era, and she even directed an episode, foreshadowing her future work behind the camera. In 1996, Hart took on what would become her most famous role, Sabrina Spellman in the hit sitcom Sabrina the Teenage Witch. The series, based on the Archie comics character, ran for 7 seasons, 1996 to 2003, and showcased her charm, comedic timing, and ability to balance fantasy with relatable teen themes. The show's success led to television movies, merchandise, and made Hart a household name during the late 1990s and early 2000s. Beyond acting, Melissa Joan Hart has worn many hats in the entertainment industry. She co-founded the production company Heartbreak Films with her mother, Paula Hart, through which she produced several television movies and series, including Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Melissa and Joey. The latter, a sitcom co-starring Joey Lawrence, aired from 2010 to 2015 and marked her return to television comedy, introducing her to a new generation of viewers. Hart has also made appearances in films such as Drive Me Crazy, 1999, Not Another Teen Movie, 2001, and God's Not Dead 2, 2016, showcasing her versatility across different genres. In addition, she has participated in reality TV projects like Dancing with the Stars and directed episodes of various family and holiday-themed productions. Off-screen, Hart is known for her strong family values and Christian faith. She married musician Mark Wilkerson in 2003, and together they have 3 sons. They reside in Nashville, Tennessee, where Hart balances her entertainment career with motherhood and entrepreneurship, including ventures like candy shops and lifestyle projects. Throughout her career, Melissa Joan Hart has remained a symbol of the 1990s and early 2000s pop culture, a talented performer who successfully transitioned from child star to respected actress, director, and producer. Her enduring appeal lies in her authenticity, humor, and dedication to creating uplifting, family-oriented entertainment. After Melissa and Joey ended in 2015, Melissa Joan Hart continued to evolve her career with a focus on directing, producing, and starring in projects that aligned with her personal and creative values. She embraced a mix of family entertainment, faith-based stories, and light-hearted comedies, fields where her warmth and relatability shine most. Later career and directing work following her long television success, Hart began working more steadily behind the camera. She directed several episodes of Melissa and Joey, then went on to direct and produce holiday movies such as A Very Merry Toy Store, 2017, The Santa Con, 2014, and Mistletoe in Montana, 2021. These projects often aired on networks like Lifetime and Hallmark, where her wholesome screen persona resonated with audiences who grew up watching her. In 2019, Hart took on another lead television role in No Good Nick, a Netflix family comedy drama co-starring Sean Astin. Although the series lasted only one season, it showcased her continued ability to blend humor with heartwarming family themes. Around this time, she also began directing television episodes for various shows, including Young Sheldon and iCarly, marking her growing reputation as a skilled director within Hollywood. Return to faith-based and family projects. Hart's personal Christian faith increasingly influenced her career choices. In God's Not Dead 2, 2016, she played a teacher who faces backlash for discussing her beliefs in class, a performance praised for its sincerity and conviction. She has spoken openly about her spirituality, emphasizing kindness, compassion, and respect for differing beliefs while maintaining her own convictions. In addition to acting and directing, Hart has co-produced multiple made-for-TV movies with her mother, continuing their long-standing collaboration through Heartbreak Films, the family's production company founded in the early 1990s. Together, they've produced dozens of projects that uphold family values and light-hearted entertainment. Personal life and advocacy. Melissa Joan Hart's life off-screen is marked by stability and devotion to family. She and Mark Wilkerson, lead singer of the band Course of Nature, have built a strong marriage since their 2003 wedding, which was televised on ABC Family in the special Tying the Knot. Their 3 sons, Mason, Braden, and Tucker, are often featured in her social media posts, reflecting her hands-on approach to motherhood. The family lived in Connecticut for several years before relocating to Nashville, Tennessee. Seeking a quieter, community-focused lifestyle, Hart has expressed her love for Nashville's family-friendly environment and supportive creative scene. She's also a dedicated philanthropist, supporting organizations such as World Vision, the Red Cross, and Feed America. She's particularly active in causes that promote children's welfare and education. Legacy and cultural impact. Melissa Joan Hart's career spans more than 3 decades, an impressive feat for anyone who started in the industry as a child. To millions who grew up in the 1990s, she remains an emblem of that era. Clarissa was the voice of clever, independent teens, and Sabrina embodied the fun, magical side of growing up. Her charm, comedic skill, and down-to-earth personality helped her navigate fame without scandal, earning her admiration as one of the few child stars to successfully transition into adulthood with grace and professionalism. Even today, Hart remains active in entertainment, frequently appearing in holiday specials and talk shows, and maintaining a strong presence on social media. She connects with fans across generations, nostalgic viewers who remember her early roles and younger audiences discovering her through streaming platforms. Influence on pop culture in 1990s television. Melissa Joan Hart's influence on pop culture, particularly in the 1990s, is both nostalgic and enduring. She was more than just a familiar face on television. She was a symbol of empowerment for a generation of young viewers who saw themselves reflected in her character's intelligence, humor, and independence. In Clarissa Explains It All, 1991 to 1994, Hart played a confident, quirky teen who spoke directly to the audience, breaking the fourth wall long before it became a common television technique. Clarissa's witty commentary, creative fashion sense, and problem-solving attitude redefined what a young female character could be on TV. She was neither the perfect girl nor a sidekick. She was the star, with her own voice, thoughts, and perspective. This role inspired many later series with strong, self-aware female leads, from Lizzie McGuire to iCarly. Then, as Sabrina Spellman in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, 1996 to 2003. Hart captured the magic of adolescence, literally and figuratively. The series blended supernatural comedy with relatable teenage themes, responsibility, friendship, identity, and love. Sabrina was a girl who could cast spells, but her true power came from her kindness, integrity, and humor. The show's success cemented Hart's status as one of the most beloved television actresses of her generation, and it became a cultural touchstone for 1990s and early 2000s youth. Sabrina the Teenage Witch also pushed boundaries for fantasy television at the time, using special effects and storytelling techniques that paved the way for later magical coming-of-age shows like Charmed and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Hart's performance kept the show grounded, ensuring it remained accessible to both kids and adults. Transition from child star to adult actress. Unlike many of her peers, Melissa Joan Hart managed the difficult transition from child star to adult performer with remarkable balance. She avoided the pitfalls of early fame by staying close to her family, keeping her career diverse and maintaining control through her production company. Her decision to start heartbreak films with her mother gave her agency in choosing the kinds of stories she wanted to tell. It also allowed her to move seamlessly from acting to producing and directing, ensuring her creative voice remained active even as the television landscape changed. Hart's later projects, like Melissa and Joey, 2010 to 2015, allowed her to explore adult comedic roles without abandoning the wholesome appeal that made her famous. The show's success reaffirmed her talent for sitcom timing and character-driven humor. Broader career and public persona outside of acting. Hart is known for her entrepreneurial ventures and authenticity. In the 2010s, she opened a candy shop called Sweet Hearts in Sherman Oaks, California, and later ventured into fashion and lifestyle branding. While her business pursuits occasionally met challenges, they reflected her willingness to explore new creative paths beyond Hollywood. She's also been candid about the struggles of balancing fame, family, and faith, topics she discussed in her 2013 memoir, Clarissa Explains It All: Tales from My Abnormally Normal Life. The book offered a grounded and humorous look at her journey, revealing how she navigated the industry while staying true to herself. Continuing relevance. Melissa Joan Hart remains an active and respected figure in entertainment. She frequently appears at fan conventions and nostalgia panels celebrating 1990s television, where audiences continue to express their affection for her work. Streaming platforms have introduced Clarissa Explains It All and Sabrina the Teenage Witch to younger generations, ensuring her performances stay alive in popular culture. In interviews, Hart often emphasizes gratitude for her longevity in the industry, her family's support, and her connection with fans. She said that her ultimate goal is to keep making projects that make people smile, whether that means acting, directing, or producing feel-good stories that bring warmth and humor to viewers' lives. Legacy. Melissa Joan Hart's legacy lies in her versatility, authenticity, and pioneering influence on young women in entertainment. From the 1990s to today, she's been a consistent presence in television history, an actress who grew alongside her audience, evolving from a spunky teen to a grounded, creative adult who continues to make meaningful work. Awards, recognition, and achievements. Over the course of her career, Melissa Joan Hart has earned numerous accolades and the respect of audiences, critics, and peers for her contributions to television. While she may not have been a constant figure on the red carpet of major Hollywood award shows, her impact on popular culture, family entertainment, and youth programming has been both significant and enduring. Hart received multiple Young Artist Awards during the early stages of her career, honoring her work in Clarissa Explains It All and Sabrina the Teenage Witch. These awards recognized her skill in leading family-oriented programming and her ability to bring humor, intelligence, and warmth to her roles. In addition, Sabrina the Teenage Witch received several nominations and wins from organizations like the Kids' Choice Awards, where Hart became a fan favorite thanks to her friendly, approachable personality. She was also nominated for Teen Choice Awards during her Melissa and Joey years, proving her appeal extended across generations. Hart has often been recognized not only for her performances but also for her positive influence as a role model for young viewers, especially girls who saw in her characters a sense of confidence, creativity, and independence. In later years, Hart began to receive more recognition for her behind-the-camera work. Her directing credits across family shows and holiday specials have helped establish her as a reliable, versatile filmmaker in the world of television. Networks such as Lifetime, Hallmark, and Netflix have repeatedly entrusted her with leading and directing projects because of her reputation for creating wholesome, emotionally resonant content. In 2023, she was celebrated at various 1990s-themed conventions and retrospectives as one of the era's defining stars, joining the ranks of figures like Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jennifer Love Hewitt in shaping the decade's television landscape. Influence on women-led television comedy Melissa Joan Hart played a key role in transforming how female-led television comedies were written and received. Before Clarissa Explains It All, teen girls on television were often portrayed as secondary characters, popular cheerleaders, love interests, or comic relief. Clarissa Darling was none of those things. She was the narrator, the thinker, the problem solver, and the star of her own story. Her confidence, independence, and sense of humor helped redefine what audiences expected from young female leads. This same theme carried into Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Sabrina was not only a magical heroine but also a character who represented the complexities of growing up, balancing independence with family expectations, and learning to make moral choices. Through these roles, Hart became one of the earliest consistent faces of female empowerment in mainstream family television. Her later work on Melissa and Joey continued this evolution, portraying an adult woman navigating work, relationships, and parenthood with the same sense of humor and determination that defined her earlier roles. She represented women growing older on screen naturally and gracefully, showing that maturity could coexist with charm and comedic flair. Personal philosophy and public image. What sets Melissa Joan Hart apart from many of her contemporaries is her stability, both professionally and personally. She has maintained a reputation for kindness, professionalism, and humility, qualities that have kept her in demand for over 3 decades. Hart has often said that her success stems from discipline, family support, and her belief in staying grounded. In interviews, she describes herself as a storyteller who loves to make people laugh, but also as someone who takes pride in producing positive, meaningful entertainment. She avoids controversy, stays connected with fans, and continues to evolve while remaining true to her values. In her memoir, Melissa Explains It All, she wrote candidly about the challenges of fame, including the pressures of being a child actor and the effort it takes to balance a Hollywood career with real life. Her honesty and humor in discussing these issues made the book a hit among fans who grew up watching her ongoing projects and legacy. In recent years, Hart has continued to act, direct, and produce while raising her 3 sons. She frequently collaborates with Lifetime and other networks on holiday and family films, where she serves as both star and director.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.